Hey everyone, it's Kogi from creativekogi.com and welcome to week 7 of the Impi Aneesa Mandala Kill. This week we'll be working rounds 9 to 16. Before I start, I must tell you quickly I had a bit of an unfortunate, um, well, it's just really eczema flare up due to my skin coming in contact with acetone because I was trying to make my nails look all pretty. So it was a major flop, and I thought, oh, I don't really want to do the video. My fingers look horrible. And then I thought about what this is for. And really, Kogi, you cannot complain about untidy looking nails. So I went ahead and I did the video. So please forgive that. But if you are anything like me, you'll know that there's just more important things than having pretty nails. Okay, so let's start with round 9. And let's just have a look at where we are at since last week. And yeah, just to show you that the corner, and I just want to move this a little bit around to show you that double cross stitch. And just, yeah, the way I've tried to make the pattern consistent and have, little bits of little combinations match. That's our double cross stitch. It's fast becoming one of my favorite stitches, but it creates such a nice effect. And if you just feel it, it's just so much of texture on this blanket, which is what I absolutely adore. And so I'm just moving it around to show you. And yeah, so we're going to start as usual in our chain 2 corner space. And oops, before I start, let me just show you what I have here. So this is a Knit Pro crochet hook. It is very affordable. I'm a bit of a snob, I must admit, when it comes to crocheting. I prefer the Rolls Royce of hooks. In fact, I've done a little blog spot. I just need to get my act together and post it. And I was asked to try out a few hooks to see what I would like to promote. And this one comes pretty damn close to a clover. It's got a very nice grip, and I've absolutely enjoyed using it. And that's why I have this in my online store. So now let's get to the round. We're going to start in any chain 2 corner space, and preferably not the corner that you fastened off your previous round on. And you're going to start with a standing half double crochet. And there you go. That's your half of your first corner made. Now this is a bit of an interesting round. We're working in multiples of 5, and essentially what you're doing is working a set of 5 front post double crochets. There we go. I must tell you, as I'm working this, it is extremely hot in Gauteng. And I'm really battling to firstly keep this blanket together on the surface that I'm crocheting on. But also when I have to sit with it on my lap, it is just starting to get so warm and so heavy. Which, I mean, is great for winter, but it is a bit of a mission to try and work a blanket in the middle of summer. So if you're experiencing high temperatures like us, yeah, I'm not quite sure how you do it. So there we go. We are working 5 front post and then 5 back post. It's fairly simple. Not much to this round, and just keep going all the way around, read the pattern, and yeah, I will see you then on the next round. So round 9's all complete. We're now on round 10, but look at that effect created by the front post and back post stitches. Those ridges with the front post and the back post with that effect of the stitches showing through. So as with any other round, start in any corner. Sorry, I'm being a little bit clumsy, but it's just yeah, my palm's actually quite sweaty because it's so hot. And you are going to work a half double crochet corner, in fact a half of a half double crochet corner. But before I go on, I want to show you something, so just have a look here. So what we are doing with these front post stitches, remember that effect we created with the front post double crochet? Well, we're doing a similar sort of effect. To bring the pattern together and to have bits that are consistent, but also to kind of draw the blanket in, because that sort of pulls it in together almost like an elastic effect. So you're going to work your 5 front post double crochets, and then just continue with the pattern. And most of you have said that you have waited for my pictures or the video to see what colors I've used so that you could choose your own colors. And I must tell you, I'm so terribly useless with colors. Um, so it's not because I'm creatively choosing colors. It's based simply on logic and reasoning. Whenever I want to create a bit of a stem stitch like what I'm going to do right now, so I'm going to basically chain 1, I'm going to skip 2 stitches and then work a half double crochet V-stitch in the center stitch. So when I'm doing these half double crochet V-stitches, or a V-stitch for that matter, I'm trying to create a stem-like effect, and I will then choose the green. If I know that I'm going to do puff stitches, popcorns, or some kind of cluster stitch, I then choose the pink, the lilac, or the cream. I just have a look to see which one I hadn't used a lot of, and then I'll just choose that one. And then my silver and the mushroom are just filler colors. So when I have to do rounds of half double crochet or non-decorative rounds, I use those. Okay, so round 11, we are going to again start in the chain 2 corner space. In fact, all our rounds start in the chain 2 corner space, and I'm kind of stating the obvious here. So it's a half double crochet corner, and you work your standing half double crochet, and you'll just make sure that you don't make that loop too tightly like I've done now. I'm just struggling to get it through. Um, so that's half your corner made. Now you're going to skip the first hidden stitch and 1 half double crochet in 2. Now that front post double crochets, you are going to skip all of them, all 5 of them, and you are going to work a 5 chain rather. Okay, so you can see that the length of the chain is the length of those five stitches. You're now going to work puff stitches, and remember to go yarn over, insert, pull up a loop only 3 times. So it's 3 yarn over puff stitch and a chain 1 to close that puff stitch. But you're going to be working 5 puff stitches in that half double crochet V-stitch. So it's a bit of a tight squeeze, but it just creates such a nice raised effect when it's all done. So yeah, it's a fairly simple round. Just make sure that you don't pull when you're pulling up your loop, bring it up to the size of about a double crochet so that you're not making very tiny little tight puff stitches. So there you go. And remember, on that last puff stitch, chain 1, close the puff stitch, then chain 5. Okay, so you can see what we've done with those puff stitches. We've created this nice little 3D effect, that raised effect. And this blanket is all about texture, so that creates a nice texture. And now what we are going to do is just enhance that stitches a little bit. So I'm using a contrasting color. So my lilac is the color of choice. And this is a half double crochet quarter. So work your 2 half double crochets, skip that first hidden stitch, and you'll work a half double crochet in the next 3 stitches. And the reason why we do that is we want the front post double crochets to be aligned. So that chain 5, you are now going to leave that in the back and you're going to work in front of that chain 5. Not You can't really work over it because this is a front post and you're working around the post and not over. So working in front of that chain 5, you are now going to work into that front post stitch from round 10. Oops, let me do that again. And oh, okay, I'm going to try again. I'm just struggling to keep the blanket all together because it's sliding off the surface that I'm trying to take the video on. Yeah, there you go. So your front post double crochets in front of that 5 chain. See? And your chain then sits in the back of the stitches. We'll pick up the chain on the next round so that there's no loose bits and pieces. Now on those puff stitches, you're going to work back post stitches. So on the first 2 puffs, you'll do a back post half double crochet, like so. And then the next puff stitch, which is the center one, you're going to do a back post single crochet. And the reason why I do this is I don't want to create too much of that sort of wave effect. I want to try and straighten this out as quickly as possible. Um, in preparation for the next round of pattern repeats. I like the puff stitches and I like the effect, but I don't really want to create waves at this point. So that's all there is to this round. Just, follow the pattern. Read the instructions carefully. Just make sure that that chain 5 stays in the back. And yeah, it's as simple as that. So keep going and finish up this round, and I'll see you. We've got 2 easy rounds coming up, so I'll see you on the next round. Now, how pretty is that? So have a look at how that all sort of ties in together. That ridged effect with the front post stitches and that back post just enhancing the little puff stitches. So round 13. This is an easy round, but watch those chain 5 loops that I'm now pointing at. They are loose, and if your kids are like my kids, they'll want to get their fingers through them and pull onto them, and that's not what you want. So this round is just a half double crochet round. It's just an easy, simple half double crochet round. But I just want to show you, video is not really necessary for a half double crochet round, but just to show you what to do with those 5 chain, the chain 5s. So it's 1 half double crochet in the next 4 stitches. And now when you're working above those front post double crochets, work into the stitch, but then work so that you bring in that chain 5 and you're working over that chain 5. Can you see that there? So you're working over it and you're securing that away. So you're not going to have a loose loop line. Therefore, kids love finding bits like that and tugging onto it. So we're just hiding that away. Okay, I want to just finish off and show you. Oops, that's the last one. That last one's a bit difficult to get into because it is so close to the puffs and you still want to get off the loop. So have a look there. I've worked those stitches over and I've secured that 5 chain in my stitches. And yeah, that's all there is to this round. And just keep going, working your half double crochets in all your stitches, and I will then see you on the next round. Yeah, and don't forget those loops. There you go. Um, so don't worry too much about the little waves created. It will straighten out. This round is just simply a half double crochet round. That's it. A half double crochet in each stitch. No video needed, but I thought just for completeness, I just do a few stitches to show you. And yeah, that's it. Skip the first hidden stitch, one half double crochet all around. This will go really quickly. No need to concentrate. You can just sit in front of the TV and finish that round. And right, I'll see you then on the next round. All right, so now we're on round 15. We've created our pattern block. Now we're ready to start with the next sort of pattern repeat. And it is a half double crochet corner. So this is a little bit interesting as to why I do this. A half double crochet is a shorter stitch, and I'm now working V stitches, which is not a half double crochet V stitch, but just a V stitch, which is a double crochet, chain one double crochet. So just to show you firstly where to place that V stitch, skip the first hidden stitch and the next stitch, and place that V stitch in the third stitch, which is double crochet, chain one, and double crochet in the same stitch. Okay, don't forget to count that hidden stitch. Now I just want to show you why we're doing it. So you can see that the edges are starting to look a little bit wonky. There's no other way to describe it. And what I want to do is try to create a bit of a straighter edge. So the V stitches are higher and the half double crochet is lower. So what it's going to do is instead of pulling that edge out, it's going to almost straighten it and make it a little bit more square-like. So yeah, skip the next two stitches and then work a V-stitch. And again, this is another round you could require zero concentration. You can just go sit in front of the TV and finish this round. And I'll see you on the next round. There we have it. We've done our V-stitches. And now we're on the final round for this week. It seems to have gone pretty quickly. This is probably the shortest video that I've done to date. So you can see that edge. Remember I told you the edge looked a little bit wonky, and if you look now, the edge looks a lot more squarish. And I just want to show you those front post stitches. So we've created that effect there, and we've repeated it just to sort of tie that pattern in together. So now you're actually going to work a double crochet corner, and oops, no, my hands are so used to doing my fingers are so used to doing the half double crochet corner. So this is a double crochet corner. Okay, so there you go, 2 double crochets to create half your corner. You are now going to skip that first stitch, that first hidden stitch, and work a double crochet in the next stitch. There you go. Okay, so now chain one, and now you're going to work a double crochet 4 together cluster in each of those V stitches. Now what exactly is that? So yarn over, pull up a loop, work half a double crochet, and you're doing that the same. You're working half the double crochet stitch, and you're doing it 4 times. And now yarn over and pull through all the loops on the hook, and there you go. You've created a little cluster. So chain 2, okay, and do exactly the same thing in the next V stitch. So yarn over, draw a loop, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, draw a loop, yarn over, pull through 2, and keep going until you've done that 4 times and pull through all and chain 2. And that's it. Just a little cluster stitch to create little sort of rosebud effects. Then that's all there is to it. Yeah, just keep going, complete your rounds. Um, it's been a fairly simple week, and that's why I've given you 8 rounds. It is getting bigger, it is taking longer, but there wasn't anything really complicated this week. So keep going with those stitches. We've started our next pattern repeat. We'll continue next week. And until then, enjoy and goodbye.